all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Guruji, for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us on this topic. I now hand over the call to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu. Everything okay? Were you able to go live?
So Mataji, how do I, so I am on the share button. Do I do embed or copy?
Okay. No, you can just go live. Like,
yeah.
That button.
Yeah, I did it, Mataji.
And we'll check out the link. Just go live and we'll take it.
Okay, yeah, I went live, Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you. You can start.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the lotus feet of all the devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sandhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. So we are reading from Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhya Lila, chapter 22nd, entitled The Process of Devotional Service. We will be studying two verses today. Verse number 163 and verse number 164. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching Sanatana Goswami in this verse. Mahaprabhu says, Pati putra surhit bhratar pitravan mitravadharim ye dhyayanti sadodyuktas tebhyo piha namo namaha. Pati putra surhit bhratar pitravan mitravadharim ye dhyayanti sadodyuktas tebhyo piha namo namaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Let me offer my respectful obeisances again and again to those who always eagerly meditate upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a husband, son, friend, brother, father, or intimate friend. Purport: This verse appears in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.308. Next verse. Ei mata kare yeba raganuga bhakti Krishna racharane tanra upajaya priti. Ei mata kare yeba raganuga bhakti Krishna racharane tanra upajaya priti. Translation: If one engages in spontaneous loving service to the Lord, his affection for the lotus feet of Krishna gradually increases. If one engages in spontaneous loving service to the Lord, his affection for the lotus feet of Krishna gradually increases. We will stop here. We will chant the Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam sadvaitam savadutam parijana sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tuse Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. I would again like to offer my respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of all the devotees who are listening. And I would like to beg each and every one of you to please bless me so that by the power of your blessings for the next few minutes, Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga will empower me to speak some Hari Katha for my purification and for your pleasure. Hare Krishna. So we are very fortunate. We are in this very, very beautiful section of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta where the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is teaching his disciple and his devotee, Srila Sanatana Goswami, the process of Bhakti. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us specifically over here raganuga bhakti. And raganuga bhakti is a very, very advanced stage of sadhana bhakti. So sadhana bhakti is bhakti or devotional service in practice. So there is sadhana bhakti and there is ragatmika bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is divided into two parts, or two parts. One is vaidhi bhakti and second is raganuga bhakti. And then there is another category that is ragatmika bhakti. So there is bhakti, sadhana bhakti, ragatmika bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is divided into two, vaidhi bhakti and raganuga bhakti. So what is ragatmika bhakti? Ragatmika bhakti is devotional service performed by those very, very exalted, perfect devotees of Krishna who are um, performing bhakti in a perfected state. They have tremendous love for Krishna, unlimited love for Krishna. They have anurag for Krishna, and that has become so internalized that it is what they are, it is what defines them. Atmika means their atma, their identity. Ragatmika means that rag, that loving devotional service, is their existence. That is who they are. There is nothing else in their existence other than loving devotional service unto Krishna. So those are the perfected devotees. They are called Ragatmika Bhaktas. As an example, Shridama, Madhumangal, these friends of Krishna, Subal, all these sakhas of Krishna are Ragatmika Bhaktas in Sakhyaras. In Vatsalyaras, we have Yashodamai, Nanda Maharaj. They are perfect Ragatmika Bhaktas in Vatsalyaras. And in Madhuryaras, we have Srimati Radharani, we have Lalita Devi, Vishakha Devi, Champaklata, Sudevi, all these, Tunga Vidya Devi, all these very, very exalted gopis, sakhis. They are in the Ragatmika Bhaktas in Madhurya Ras. So in this way, in all the 5 rasas, there are perfected devotees who are called Ragatmika Bhaktas. They act on a completely spiritual level. And on the other hand, we have Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti under the umbrella of Sadhana Bhakti. So Vaidhi Bhakti is what we are taught to practice. Vidhi means rules. So when we are following the rules and regulations, that is Vaidhi Bhakti. For example, we have rules that we must chant minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we must chant minimum 16 rounds every single day of our life without any gaps. That is a rule. We must not eat grains and beans on Ekadashi Tithi. That is a rule. And then there are regulations. We don't eat meat, we don't eat eggs, fish, we don't gamble, we should not have illicit sexual relationships, and we don't consume intoxicants. So these regulations are there, rules and regulations. So when we follow these rules and regulations, it is called Vaidhi Bhakti. If we have deities at home, we have Gaur Nitai deities or Jagannath Baldev Subhadra deities at home or Radha Krishna deities at home, we have some rules that whatever we cook in the house, before eating it, we offer it to Shri Vigraha, to our worshipable deities. That is a rule. So whatever roti, sabji, dal, chawal we make at home, we offer it to Krishna. That is a rule. So this is all Vaidhi Bhakti. Following rules and regulations, eating Krishna Prasad, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then we offer Arati to Krishna. We offer Abhishek to Shri Vigraha. So these are all rules. This is all Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti is very important. Vaidhi Bhakti is very important. And it is the foundation on which we build our devotional life. So this Vaidhi Bhakti is literally, it is the foundation. It is foundational. Very, very important. Very, very important. Extremely important. We must be very firmly grounded in our Vaidhi Bhakti, which is part of Sadhana Bhakti. And now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us what is Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti, so Vaidhi Bhakti is what we are practicing. Raganuga Bhakti is what we are aspiring for. All of us must aspire in this very lifetime to attain Raganuga Bhakti. So what is raganuga bhakti? We have previously discussed the different stages of bhakti, starting from Adav Shraddha. First, there has to be some faith. We cannot be atheists or anti-theists to practice bhakti. There has to be some faith in God. There has to be some faith in the process of bhakti toward Bhagwan. That faith has to be there. So Adav Shraddha, then there is Sadhu Sanga. Because of Sadhu Sanga, after meeting a saintly devotee, after reading Srila Prabhupada's books, after hearing Srila Prabhupada's lectures, or attending the satsang of the followers of Srila Prabhupada and other great acharyas, after getting Sadhu Sanga, bhajan kriya starts. Because we are told that one must take this Japa mala and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So our bhajan kriya starts. We start doing bhajan. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. All these activities, they start after Sadhu Sanga. So these are the first three stages. And they are the Kanishtha Adhikari platform. There are three types of devotees. Kanishtha Adhikari, neophyte devotee. Then Madhyam Adhikari, who is a medium advanced devotee. And then there is Uttam Adhikari, the very advanced devotee. So our aim should be at least to become a good Madhyam Adhikari. At least to become a good Madhyam Adhikari in this lifetime. So then in the Madhyam Adhikari, we have again three stages. We have Anartha Nivritti, where we, by practicing Vaidhi Bhakti nicely, with our sincerity, with our determination, by inculcating good devotional qualities like humility, tolerance, by remembering Krishna, serving the devotees of Krishna, following the orders of spiritual master, following this Vaidhi Bhakti nicely, following the vows of initiation nicely, that we will chant a minimum 16 rounds every day, follow the 4 regulative principles, and serve in the mission of Srila Prabhupada in the mood of servant of the servant of the servant. After practicing Vaidhi Bhakti very nicely, when Shri Guru and Shri Krishna, when Guru and Gauranga are pleased with us, they kick out the anarthas from our heart, from our consciousness. We become free from lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, and illusion, born out of false ego. So once we are purified, this is called Anartha Nivritti. It's a gradual process, it's a painful process. It requires a lot of patience, a lot of determination and sincerity. And Anartha Nivritti is very, very important. And it happens when we practice Vaidhi Bhakti nicely, when Guru and Gauranga are pleased with us. They remove the anarthas. We cannot overcome lust by our own efforts. We cannot defeat anger. We cannot get rid of greed. We cannot overcome envy. We cannot do away with our pride. We cannot get rid of the false ego, which causes so many illusions. We cannot do it on our own strength. We need the empowerment and the mercy, the blessings of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. But by their mercy, when they are pleased with our proper, sincere practice of Vaidhi Bhakti, then Anartha Nivritti happens. We get rid of all these vices, all these bad qualities in our consciousness. Then we develop firm faith in Krishna, called Nishtha. That is the 5th stage out of the 9 stages. Nishtha is very firm faith in Krishna. So see, it all began with faith. Adav Shraddha, Sadhu Sanga, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha. But if you see, faith is the common theme at every stage. Even the 3 types of devotees, Kanishtha Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, and Uttam Adhikari, they are differentiated based on their faith. So faith is very, very important in Bhakti. It is very precious. It is priceless. So Nishtha, there is very strong faith in Krishna, in Guru, in the process of Bhakti. Then there is Ruchi. Ruchi means we actually develop taste. We actually develop taste, and we develop spontaneous love for Krishna. We perform spontaneous activities. That is ruchi. And this is where raganuga bhakti begins. So raganuga bhakti begins in the Madhya platform when we are advanced Madhya, when we are on the platform of ruchi. That is where raganuga bhakti begins. And then there is Uttamadhikari, which starts with asakti. Asakti is complete attachment to Krishna and complete detachment from all mundane, materialistic enjoyment. Complete attachment to Krishna, that is asakti. 100% Krishna conscious. Then there is bhav. Bhav is initial stages of love, Krishna prem. We start developing Krishna prem. We worship Krishna with great feeling. Great feeling. Mat chitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tuschanti cha ramantita. Tesham sadata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. This bhajante mam bhava samanvita, this bhava purvak seva, serving Krishna with great feeling, not mechanical, but with great feeling, with love. That is bhava. And Krishna prem is when this love for Krishna becomes completely ripe, completely mature. And that is the highest stage, the 9th stage of Uttamadhikari, where we actually attain the highest ideal of pure love for Krishna, unconditional love for Krishna. Ashlishya padaratam pinashtumam adarshanan marma hatam karotu va yatha tathava vidadhatu lampato mat prananathastu sa eva napara. Whether you may embrace me, you may crush me under your feet, or you may completely neglect me. Whatever you do, my Lord, I am unconditionally, eternally yours, and you are my prananath. You are the Lord of my life, napara, and I have nobody else other than you. This ananya sharan, this ananya ashraya, this ananya bhakti is the highest goal of life. It can only be done by someone who loves Krishna. So attaining Krishna prem, attaining ananya bhakti, attaining prema bhakti, this is the highest stage. So raganuga bhakti begins at the advanced level of Madhyamadhikari, the stage of ruchi. And what is raganuga bhakti? Raganuga bhakti is devotional service which is beyond vaidhi bhakti, beyond the rules and regulations. It is performed with love from the core of our hearts, spontaneously, without someone telling us. Wake up in the morning and chant the sweet names of Krishna. Without being told, we do it. Without being told, we offer nice bhoga to Krishna, thinking that Krishna will enjoy it. Like that. So many things. We think, what would Krishna like to wear today? What dress would he like to wear? Which flowers would he like? And very spontaneously, we serve Krishna with great love, following in the footsteps of the Ragatmika Bhaktas. That is Raganuga Bhakti. So it is spontaneous, but it is not that there is complete disregard for rules and regulations. Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatrim Vidhim Vina Aikantiki Harer Bhakti Utpate Eva Kalpate. It's very interesting. Jiva Goswami explains to us, based on the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Shruti Smriti Puranadi, based on the Shrutis, the Smritis, the Vedas, and the Puranas, Bhagavatam and other Puranas like Vishnu Puran. Shruti Smriti Puranadi, Pancharatri within Vina. And whatever Pancharatrika Vidhi of Narad Muni teaches us about deity worship, Shri Archa Vigraha Seva. These are all vidhis, these are all rules and regulations. Vina means without these, Aikantiki Harer Bhakti. Even if we do Harer Bhakti, which is Aikantiki, which is one pointed, fixed Hari Bhakti, if we perform, but without referring, without basing it on Srimad Bhagavatam and other Bhakti Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, and other Bhakti Shastras, without basing it on Narad Pancharatra, it is Utpate eva kalpate. It simply creates a disturbance in society, this type of bhakti. And there are so many examples in this world where people concoct their own ideas and they advertise a certain type of so-called devotional practice, but it has no basis in scripture. It is not sanctioned by sadhu, shastra, and guru. That simply creates disturbance. Sampradaya vihinaste mantra se nishphala mata. You chant a mantra that is not based on the sampradaya, evam parampara praptam, not based on the bona fide sampradayas coming from Krishna himself, then that mantra, that process, nishphala, it will not bear the desired fruit of pleasing Krishna and getting Krishna prema. So this is very important. And at the same time, we have to also remember that there is a beautiful verse which says, Bhagavata Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastra Japastapa Apranaseva Dehasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam. That without devotion to Krishna, Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya, Jati, being born in a very nice devotee family, Shastra, having Bhakti Shastri degree, or being very learned in the scriptures, being able to quote verses. Hari Bhakti Hinasya, Jati, Shastra, Japa, being able to chant lot of rounds, lot of Naam. Tapa, being able to perform a lot of tapasya, doing Ekadashi very strictly, fasting on Janmashtami very strictly, walking barefoot in the dham, sleeping on the floor. All these tapasyas are there. But without Bhagavad Bhakti, without genuine, loving devotion for Krishna, our high birth, our study of scriptures, our chanting of the holy name, our austerities, they are like the useless decoration on a dead body. Apranasya dehasya mandanam. It is the mandanam, it is the decoration on apranasya dehasya, lifeless dead body. How after death the body is decorated. They put on nice suit, nice tie, nice makeup. The hair is combed nicely, nice shoes are put on, nice pant, and the body is kept for everybody to visit and take a look. Nice decoration, nice necklace, nice wristwatch. But what is the use? Can the person look at the time? Can the person feel any comfort because of the nice shoes? Can the person feel warm because of the nice jacket and shirt and pant? No. It's a cold, dead body. Apranasya dehasya mandanam lokaranjanam. It simply satisfies the senses of the people who come to see the dead body. The dead body is looking so nice. Oh, he's looking so nice. Last darshan. Nice, he's looking nicely dressed. Looks very peaceful. Let us put him to rest. Rip. Rip, 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 rip. Everybody puts on WhatsApp. Rip, rip. Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. Mandanam Lokaranjanam. This is simply for the mental satisfaction of ignorant people. Actually, it is all useless. Better you offer the body to Agni Dev as your last offering to Krishna. Now I have nothing, I will offer this body to you. So this decoration of a dead body is useless. It simply satisfies the minds of people. Just as the decoration of a dead body is useless, the decoration of a big name, high birth, nice clothes, nice degree, I am so learned in scripture, telling I am chanting so many rounds of Japa, showing I am Nirjal, I am doing this austerity, that austerity, I have done all the dhams, I have gone to so many yatras. All this has value only if we have real bhakti for Hari Guru Vaishnavas. If we have bhakti for Hari Guru Vaishnavas, then all these things are very glorious. Our knowledge of scriptures, our chanting, our austerities, yes. But without Bhagavad Bhakti, it is useless. So just see the interesting connection. On one hand, our acharyas are telling us that Bhagavad Bhakti hinasya jati shastra japa tapa. Knowledge of scripture, shastra, without bhakti is useless. On the other hand, see the interesting twist. On the other hand, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatra Vidhim Vina Aikantiki Harer Bhakti Utpate Eva Kalpate. On the other hand, bhakti without the backing and authority of Srimad Bhagavatam and our scriptures, Shruti Smriti Puran Adi. Puran specifically refers to our Srimad Bhagavatam. Utpate eva kalpate. Bhakti is simply a disturbance. Aikantiki harer bhakti utpate eva kalpate. So without referring to the scriptures, bhakti is simply a disturbance. And referring to the scriptures without bhakti is like a decoration of a dead body. So very, very interesting, these two verses. Bhagavad Bhakti hinasya jati shastra japa tapa. Aikantiki Bhagavad Bhakti hinasya jati shastra japa tapa. Apranasya eva dehasya mandanam lokaranjanam. And Bhagavad Bhakti hinasya jati shastra Bhagavad Bhakti hinasya jati shastra japa tapa. Apranasya eva dehasya mandanam lokaranjanam. And Bhagavad Bhakti hinasya jati shastra japa tapa. Sorry, I'm getting a little mixed up, but you got the point. You got the point. So, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatra Vidhim Vina Aikantiki Harer Bhakti Utpate Eva Kalpate. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much. Yes. So see, we need devotees at every step. I was thinking I'm very learned, quoting so many scriptures. So Guru and Gauranga have so kindly humbled me. Thank you, Mataji. So yes, so this is very interesting. So both are required. We need the backing of the scriptures, and we need to consciously inculcate genuine devotional qualities like humility, tolerance, respectfulness, service attitude. It's very important. When we do this, then naturally raganuga bhakti will be given to us by Guru Gauranga. We don't have to advertise it. We don't have to declare it to the world that Bhakti Sanga devotees, Hare Krishna, this is your ex-servant, Adi Gadadhar Das. Just wanted to let you know my Anartha Nivritti is over. Nishtha is far behind now. Now I am advancing from Ruchi into Uttam Adhikari platform. My Raganuga Bhakti has started. Just wanted to let all of you know. So please serve me now. I can give Raganuga Bhakti to all of you. It's not like that. A Raganuga Bhakta will never advertise that I am very advanced. Where do we see that? Srila Prabhupada is saying in his Jaladuta diary, Bhakti nahi beda nahi nama khuba daro bhakati vedanta nama ebe sarthakoro. And Narottam Thakur is praying that Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya koro more Tum bin ke dayalu Jagat samsari Patita pavana hetu Taba avatar Mosama patita prabhu na pai bear. So Narottam Thakur is saying, I am most fallen. Srila Prabhupada is saying, I am most fallen. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying, I am most fallen. All our acharyas are saying, I am most fallen. So a real devotee will never say that I am a raganuga bhakta or I am very advanced. It's not like that. Because the qualification to get raganuga bhakti is that anartha nivritti should be there, should have happened, and one of the 6 anarthas are pride. So if you are proud of our devotional achievements, who are we? We are Keshi demon. According to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Keshi refers to a devotee who thinks he is very advanced. So we are like Keshi, like a horse. We are roaring like a horse, trying to scare the Brajvasis. Keshi. He was very strong, very muscular horse. You know, horses, they are very muscular. They can run like anything. They have no fat. They are very lean, muscular. So Keshi was very muscular. Similarly, sometimes we try to flex our spiritual muscles. I know so much. I can defeat you in argument. I know that verse. I know that. I have read that scripture. Yes, yes. Yes, my lecture, so many 100 devotees are sitting in my lecture when I give class. So many people come. We like to flex our spiritual muscles. Then we are like the muscular Keshi demon. Keshi also had very beautiful hair on the mane, on his neck, on the back of his neck. Very proud. He used to shake that hair, and he was so powerful that when he would shake the hair on the back of his neck, the clouds in the sky would scatter away. That is how powerful Keshi was. So similarly, we sometimes like to show how great we are. We like to keep, very big shikha, trying to show that, the size of the shikha is directly proportional to my spiritual advancement. Or we like to wear very nice clothes to impress people. So we have to really examine our heart very, very carefully, what we are trying to do. Are we like Keshi? And then if we have the pride like Keshi, then whatever we speak is like the neigh roaring of Keshi demon. It doesn't give pleasure to Krishna. It doesn't give pleasure to the Brajvasis. It's simply a utpata eva hi kalpata. It's simply a disturbance because we are intoxicated with pride. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains Keshi demon represents a spiritualist, a devotee who thinks he is very great. What does Krishna do to such a devotee? He puts his hand into the mouth, shut up, to shut us up. Because we like to speak, we like to show how great we are. We are so proud. And Krishna puts his hand in our mouth, and that hand completely chokes us, becomes red hot, expands, and we cannot speak. Krishna shuts us up if we develop the tendency like Keshi. So we have to be very careful. A raganuga bhakti is given to us when we have carefully followed vaidhi bhakti and we have developed all good devotional qualities. Raganuga bhakti is very sacred. Raganuga bhakti is what we aspire for. Now for the next few minutes, we will discuss how we can actually enter the glorious realm of, or at least how we can pray, beg to somehow, someday enter into the beautiful realm of raganuga bhakti. I am not qualified to speak on raganuga bhakti. I am very much struggling devotee. I am a conditioned soul. I am making open confession to all of you. I am a conditioned soul. So, but we can discuss based on Guru Sadhu Shastra how we can beg to someday get entrance into the realm of Raganuga Bhakti, because Raganuga Bhakti is what each and every one of us, everybody who's listening, everybody who has come to the International Society for Krishna Consciousness in this lifetime, in this very lifetime, we must aspire for, we must pray for Raganuga Bhakti. All of us. Because Srila Prabhupada came to give Raganuga Bhakti. If you are following Srila Prabhupada, we must aspire for Raganuga Bhakti. Whether it is given to us or not, that is up to Guru Gauranga. But we should sincerely try for it, sincerely aspire for it. And what is the prize? Intense greed to get Raganuga Bhakti. Intense desire to make spiritual advancement. Following the Vaidhi Bhakti very nicely. What is the measure of our sincerity? How will Guru Gauranga know whether we are sincere or not? It depends how nicely we practice Vaidhi Bhakti. How sincerely we practice Vaidhi Bhakti. When they are pleased, they will give Raganuga Bhakti to us. But there are few principles that can be discussed here about Raganuga Bhakti. One is that Vaidhi Bhakti is rules and regulations that we practice. We should try, even from now, we should try to go deeper in our practice of Vaidhi Bhakti. For example, every day we are chanting minimum 16 rounds, all of us. So let us not make our chanting mechanical, because we are chanting mechanically. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So either with the mind we are thinking of something else, or with the mind we are not really doing anything. Or we are just simply trying to, every now and then, every few rounds when we remember, oh, I have to focus on hearing the sound of the vibration of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. 2-3 mantras later, our mind is also already diverted again. That's all right. We should try to bring it back. But why not go a little deeper? Why not go a little deeper in our japa? So these things can be tried. And if you are interested, then in the question answer series we can discuss some techniques about how to deepen our japa. We can talk about it if all of you are interested. But everything we do in our bhakti, let us try to do it with quality. When we try to do things with quality and quantity, both, then slowly Guru Gauranga will be pleased and we will make advancement towards the realm of Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti is spontaneous devotion. We have discussed so many examples, and here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is specifically explaining. My dear friends, please understand this point. Let us hear this point again. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining that a devotee who is advanced, externally he or she will practice Vaidhi Bhakti. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We'll be chanting the same Mahamantra that everybody else is chanting. But internally, what is the state of consciousness? Internally, he or she will practice Raganuga Bhakti. And how to practice Raganuga Bhakti? With a purified mind, we hear Krishna Lila from pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, like Sri Srimad Gaur Govinda Maharaj, like Shripad Indra Prabhu. All these great pure devotees. We hear Harikatha from them, from Guru Maharaj, our own spiritual master. Of course, we hear Harikatha from these advanced devotees. When we hear Harikatha, when we read Krishna book given to us by Srila Prabhupada, when we read Caitanya Caritamrta, Srimad Bhagavatam, we are reading about Gaur Lila and Krishna Lila. And naturally, whichever devotee, ragatmika devotee we feel attracted to, whether it is a friend of Krishna, whether it is a servant of Krishna, whether it is a parent of Krishna, or whether it is a conjugal lover of Krishna, whichever form we are naturally attracted to. And we may not understand this today itself, February 2019, we may not understand this. It's a evolutionary process. Advancing in bhakti is an evolutionary process, my dear friends. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be shy. We evolve. Today we may think something. Today we may feel attracted to a particular aspect. Tomorrow that may change, and that's okay. That's okay. We should continue, carry on with sincerity and determination. So whichever ragatmika bhakta we feel very inspired by, very attracted to, whichever Lila of Krishna we feel very attracted to. For example, if we feel really attracted by the spontaneous, selfless, completely pure love of Srimati Yashoda Devi towards Krishna, we feel really mesmerized, attracted by Damodar Lila. How she is giving pleasure to Krishna, how she is taking care of Krishna, how she is serving Krishna by tying him up. Wow. We feel really attracted. Then we can do some manas seva. This is something that we can all start practicing today, my dear friends. With all humility, I am submitting this before you. We should practice vaidhi bhakti nicely. Minimum 16 rounds every day of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. 4 regulative principles. We should do our services in ISKCON under the guidance of our Gurugan, Shiksha Gurus, Diksha Guru. And we can do some manas seva. We can sit in front of our worshipable deities. And whichever ragatmika bhakta we feel attracted to, based on the descriptions given to us by Srila Prabhupada and our Acharyagan in Caitanya Caritamrta, in Srimad Bhagavatam. Based on that, we can meditate on these Leelas. And we can imagine that we are in the spiritual realm, in Krishna Lila or Gaur Lila, and we are performing some menial service to our favorite Ragatmika Bhakta. We are bringing milk for Yashoda Mai, or we are cleaning the house of Yashoda Mai, or we are assisting her in cooking for Krishna. We are assisting her in churning the butter for Krishna. We are bringing malati flowers for Yashoda Mai, which she will decorate in her beautiful hair. We are washing the clothes for Yashoda Mai. We are just her assistant. We bring fruits and flowers for Yashoda Mai so she can offer Krishna. Just menial service, and we can enter that realm of spiritual world and do some manas seva. This manas seva is very, very essential. It purifies our mind. Mamaya vamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana manaha shashtani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that mind is one of the 6 senses, and it is the most powerful of the 6 senses, indriya, that we have. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Indriyana mana chasmi. Among the senses, I am mind. Mind is the most powerful sense. Why? Because it is the most subtle. The subtler it gets, the more powerful it is. So mind is very subtle. And also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that the mind can be your best friend or the mind can be your worst enemy. If the mind is conditioned by the anarthas, if the mind is uncontrolled, it is our greatest enemy. But if the mind is controlled by the spiritual intelligence that we have received by the mercy of Hari Guru Vaishnavas, spiritual intelligence spiritualized and sharpened by reading Bhagavatam, Caitanya Caritamrta, hearing Hari Katha, chanting Hari Nam, doing Hari Guru Vaishnava Seva. Intelligence has become sharpened. When the mind is controlled by this spiritualized intelligence, the controlled mind, that mind becomes a mandir of Krishna. Mama mana mandire. That mind becomes a temple of Krishna, and the mind becomes our best friend. If we do such manas puja with our mind becomes purified. Mind becomes our best friend. So this manas puja is very important because it trains the mind, which is the most powerful of the 6 senses that we have. So with our mind, we can meditate like this and enter the spiritual Leelas, the Krishna Leela, Gaur Leela, and serve there. This is how we can advance from the platform of Vaidhi Bhakti and pray to enter towards raganuga, Bhakti platform. But as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions in Caitanya Caritamrta in the preceding verses, externally we practice Vaidhi Bhakti, but internally we are practicing raganuga Bhakti. We don't advertise it, we don't boast about it, we don't gossip, talk about it to get some pratishtha, to get some respect. Prabhu, you are so advanced. No. We have to ask ourselves, do we want Krishna or do we want the claps of people? Do we want Krishna Prem or do we want pratishtha and compliments of this world? The compliments are dead by the time they enter our ears. It's just gone. But we want to please Guru Gauranga. We want to get Krishna Prem. We want to get Gaura Prem. Gaura Prema Maye Tanu Pandita Gadadhar. Srimati Radharani is Gaura Prema Mayi Tanu. Gaura Prema Maya Tanu Pandita Gadadhar Shrivasa Hari Dasa Doyara Sagar. So we have to get Krishna Prem, Gaura Prem. We don't want the distinction, appreciation, compliments, praise of this world. That is a distraction. So internally, we should practice Manas Seva. Externally, Vaidhi Bhakti. Externally, Vaidhi Bhakti. So this practice of Manas Seva should be done by all of us, starting from today. It is very important. It is completely bona fide. It is not Sahajya mentality. We are not talking about it. We are doing it in the privacy of our own consciousness, based on what we have been taught by Srila Prabhupada, our Gurugan, based on the descriptions that we read in Caitanya Caritamrta, in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this process is authorized, completely authorized, my dear friends, 100% authorized. And we must do Manas Seva. Srila Prabhupada was asked, can we think of Krishna Lila like this? And Srila Prabhupada said, yes. If it is coming naturally, yes. Why not? He said, even during Japa, if a Lila is coming naturally, Prabhupada said that is bona fide. So there are many ways of doing Japa. You can just chant, focusing on the pronunciation of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You can chant meditating on the lotus feet of Shri Krishna, Srimati Radharani, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. You can meditate on their lotus feet, the different symbols on their lotus feet, different signs, chinna on their lotus feet. You can meditate on the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra as given to us by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, by Srila Prabhupada, by Gopal Guru Goswami. They explain the meaning of each and every word of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So 16 names, 16 meanings. Each of our 16 round, we can meditate on one meaning like that. So that is one way of doing. Or meditating on Krishna Lila, doing smaran of Krishna Lila, if it comes into our mind. So like this, we should deepen our practice of Krishna consciousness. Quality and quantity, both. The day before yesterday was the appearance day of Sri Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur used to do Manas Seva. Raghunath Das Goswami, our Prayojan Acharya. We are reading about Abhideya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching this process of Abhideya, how we can attain perfection. Sambandha Gyan, Jivara Swarup Hai Krishna Ranitya Das. Now he is giving Abhideya Gyan by teaching Raganuga Bhakti. And then, when we are completely practicing the perfection of devotional service in our spiritual body, that is Prayojan, Sambandha Abhideya Prayojan. So Prayojan Acharya, Raghunath Das Goswami, he also used to do Manas Seva. So we can meditate on these two examples for the next few minutes, because day before yesterday was the appearance day of Sri Narottam Das Thakur. So Raghunath Das Goswami, we have discussed this, his sadhana, you see. So who is Raghunath Das Goswami? In Gaura Lila, he's Swarupera Raghunath. But in Krishna Lila, he is Rati Manjari. He is Rati Manjari. He's a beautiful Manjari serving Radha and Krishna in the forests of Vrindavan. So in his sadhak deha, in Gaur Lila, he is showing us, because he's Acharya. So Acharya, he's teaching by example. He's showing us sadhana bhakti, both vaidhi bhakti and raganuga bhakti. Both are sadhana bhakti. So Raghunath Das Goswami, all the Goswamis, they are teaching us. Sankhya purvaka nama ganati bhi kala vasani kritau nidrahara viharakadi vijatau chatyanta dinau chayau Radha Krishna guna smriter madhurima Nandena mattalikau Vande rupa sanatanau Raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau. That they were always Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gananati. Nam chanting, Gan chanting different prayers from the scriptures, and Natibi offering obeisances. Sankhya Purvaka, they used to keep a count. And Nidra, Ahar, Vihar, Vijatau, they had conquered eating, sleeping, recreation completely. And Radha Krishna Guna Smriter Madhurima, the sweet pastimes of Radha and Krishna, they used to meditate on. Nandena Sammohitau, and they would get completely enamored, Mohitau, completely captivated by entering mentally into the Leelas of Radha and Krishna. I offer my obeisances to such 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, headed by Rup Sanatan, Das Raghunath. So, Raghunath Das Goswami's sadhana was like the lines in stone. We have heard this, at least 1 lakh names every day of Krishna. He used to chant on his Japamala. 1000 obeisances to Krishna, 2000 obeisances to the devotees of Krishna, 3 hours of Caitanya Caritamrta, Gaur Lila class every day on the banks of Radhakund, 3 times taking a holy bath in Radhakund, and then he would sit and do Manas Seva, Raghunath Das Goswami. So it is described that once when Raghunath Das Goswami was so detached, for 22.5 hours he would do this sadhana, chanting, writing books, reading Rup Sanatan Goswami's books, giving lecture on Gaur Lila, offering obeisances, chanting beautiful verses from the scriptures. 22.5 hours he would spend like this. And every 3rd day he would drink some buttermilk. That's all. And he would hardly take rest for 1.5 hours. That also, when he was resting, he would either have dreams about Krishna or Krishna's devotees. Like Yudhishthira Maharaj coming in the dream of Raghunath Das Goswami and telling him, "We are living here as trees near Shamkund, please don't cut us down as you excavate Shamkund." Like Giriraj coming in the dream of Raghunath Das Goswami and telling him, "This well that you are digging, actually it is my tongue, Jivha. Please build a temple there." So even when Raghunath Das Goswami was sleeping, it was not ordinary sleep like us, where we are snoring and we are in the mode of ignorance. No. Even in sleep, Das Goswami was serving Radha and Krishna. So this was his sadhana. And in his Manas Puja, he was serving, he was making sweet rice for Radha and Krishna. So in his Manas Seva, Raghunath Das Goswami, he took beautiful, sweet milk from the Surabhi cows. He lit a fire and he was boiling that milk. He cooked rice, put some jaggery, some nice spices in that sweet rice. He made wonderful sweet rice, lots of sweet rice for Radha and Krishna. And in his Siddha Swarup as Rati Manjari, he gave that sweet rice to Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari gave it to Lalita Sakhi. And Lalita Sakhi gave it to Srimati Radharani. And Radharani offered it to Krishna. And then Radha and Krishna enjoyed that sweet rice. And after Radha and Krishna had enjoyed that offering of sweet rice, they gave it to Lalita Sakhi. And Lalita Sakhi gave it to Rupa Manjari. And Rupa Manjari gave it back to Raghunath Das Goswami, who is Rati Manjari. And Rupa Manjari said, please honor this Mahaprasad. So Rati Manjari took some sweet rice, which was Mahaprasad of Radha and Krishna. And Rupa Manjari said, take more, take more, take more. Lalita Sakhi said, take more. Now, Lalita Sakhi is Swarup Damodar Goswami, the caretaker and the mentor of Raghunath Das Goswami in Nilachal. So Lalita Sakhi, who is Swarup Damodar, gives all that sweet rice through Rupa Manjari to Rati Manjari, who is Raghunath Das Goswami. And Raghunath Das Goswami took some. And Lalita Sakhi says, take more, take more. And poor little Rati Manjari is in ecstasy, ecstasy drinking the Mahaprasad of Radha and Krishna. And after drinking all of it, his meditation as Raghunath Das Goswami breaks. And he's feeling very sick, he's feeling indigestion. His tummy is bloating. He's getting cramps. Because of too much sweet rice. And it is evening time. And he has still not come out of his bhajan kutir, which Sanatana Goswami had built for him. He's still not able to come out of his bhajan kutir. And it's evening time. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has come. Narottam Das Thakur has come. Loknath Goswami has come. Bhugarva Goswami has come. All the Brajvasis have come. All the great devotees have come, like they do every evening, to hear Hari Katha, Gaur Katha, to hear Gaur Hari Katha from Raghunath Das Goswami. But Raghunath Das Goswami has not come out of his bhajan kutir. So Dasji goes, his personal servant is called Dasji. He goes, he knocks, he opens the door, and he sees Raghunath Das Goswami lying on the floor, having cramps. So he goes inside, says, what happened? And Raghunath Das Goswami says, I don't know, my tummy is hurting. So Dasji goes out and he sends a message to Mathura, because Sanatana Goswami is in Mathura. He's living at the house of Vithalnathji, who is the son of Vallabhacharya. Vallabhacharya is the acharya of the Rudra Sampradaya, the Vallabhacharya Sampradaya, the Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. So Vallabhacharya, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Pushti Marg. Vallabhacharya is the acharya of another Sampradaya. And his son, Vithalnathji, a very dear friend of Sanatana Goswami. So Vallabhacharya was an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vallabhacharya's son Vithalnath was a friend of Sanatana Goswami. So Sanatana Goswami was in Mathura, in the house of Vithalnath. And the news was sent by Raghunath Das Goswami's servant, Dasji, to Mathura, to Sanatana Goswami, that Sanatana Goswami ji, Raghunath Das Goswami is not feeling well, his tummy is hurting. So Sanatana Goswami tells Vithalnathji, and Vithalnathji arranges for two very good vaidyas from Mathura to immediately rush to Radhakund to take care of Raghunath Das Goswami. And the vaidyas go, they check the nadi of Raghunath Das Goswami. And all the devotees have assembled, eager to know what has happened to Raghunath Das Goswami. And the Vaidya says, oh, his tummy is hurting, he has got indigestion because of excessive consumption of sweet rice. Now Dasji and all the devotees who are so attached to Raghunath Das Goswami, they thought this is a great aparadh, great offense. What an accusation. You're saying that Raghunath Das Goswami has drunk too much sweet rice. Do you know who Raghunath Das Goswami is? Do you know what his daily schedule is? Every 3 days, he takes little buttermilk that is contained in one leaf cup. A cup made from one single leaf, small. Hardly 100 ml. Buttermilk he drinks, not every day. Every 3 days. And you are saying that he drank excessive sweet rice. He has not had any sweet rice for a long time. For many years. His renunciation is exemplary. Your diagnosis is wrong. The devotees told the Vaidyas, your diagnosis is wrong. It cannot be sweet rice. He only has buttermilk every 3 days, and also a little bit. So you're saying sweet rice, which is opulent, and that also excessive. Yukta ahar viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jivha vegam, udaropastha vegam, etan vegan, yo vishayeta dhira, sarvam apimam, prithivimsa shishya. First verse of Upadeshamrit. Rupa Goswami says that our tongue has to be controlled. Only then we can become Guru. All the 6 urges have to be controlled. Raghunath Das Goswami is Jagat Guru. He's writing literature which will illuminate the whole world. He's the acharya. He's the prayojan acharya for the whole world. He's exemplary. How can his jivha be uncontrolled? You are saying excessive sweet rice. That is offensive. Your diagnosis is wrong. You need to revise your diagnosis. Please examine him properly again. And Raghunath Das Goswami tells all the devotees, no. The Vaidyas are right. Their diagnosis is correct. And then Raghunath Das Goswami, very humbly, he didn't want to share this with anybody, but now that to save the Vaidyas, out of mercy, he reveals the truth, what happened, how he made sweet rice, and how Swarup Damodar Goswami, who is Lalita Sakhi, offered him all the Mahaprasad of Radha and Krishna. And in ecstasy, he could not stop eating the sweet rice and it got indigestion. So this is the power of Manas Seva. Manas Seva is real. It is happening on the plane of the mind. And mind is also one of the energies of Krishna. Bhumi rapo nalo vayur kham mano buddhi revacha ahankar ityam me vinna prakriti ashtata. Kham mana buddhi evacha. So mind is also Krishna's energy. You're using Krishna's energy in serving Krishna. It is very real. It's on a subtle plane. So in this way, Raghunath Das Goswami is teaching us how to do Manasi Seva. Similarly, day before yesterday was the appearance day of Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur also, he had a vision one day while he was doing Manasi Seva. And who is Narottam Das Thakur in Krishna Lila? He is Champak Manjari. And as he was doing Manasi Seva at Govardhan one day in Vraja, Champak Lata Manjari appeared to him. And Srimati Radharani appeared to him. And Srimati Radharani took Champak Manjari to Champak Lata Sakhi. Champak Lata Sakhi is one of the 8 main Sakhis of Radha and Krishna. Ashta Sakhis, one of the Ashta Sakhis. Champak Lata Devi. So Radharani took Raghunath Das Goswami, who is Champak Manjari, in his Siddha Swarup to Champak Lata Sakhi and told that you should learn how to boil the milk, how to make preparations, sweets from milk from Champak Lata Sakhi. She does a very good job, perfect job. You should learn from her and assist her. And then Srimati Radharani disappears. And Champak Lata Devi also disappears. And Narottam Das Thakur's meditation breaks. Oh, I had this vision. I had this spiritual vision, this spurti. I must confirm this with my Guru Maharaj. So Narottama Thakur goes running to Loknath Goswami. And he falls at the feet of Loknath Goswami and reveals this vision that he had to Loknath Goswami. And Loknath Goswami, although very old and frail, he somehow gets up and he embraces his disciple, Narottama Thakur. And with tears of love, he bathes Narottama Thakur, touches him with great love and says, "You are so fortunate, my dear child. You are so fortunate. You are so fortunate. Srimati Radharani herself appeared to you and showed you your Siddha Swarup and gave you your eternal service to the divine couple, Radha Krishna. Please, please, carry on. Go ahead with full enthusiasm. This is the right path." And then every day, Narottama Thakur, after finishing his japa, he would sit and he would do Manasi Seva. Serving Krishna with the mind, my dear friends. We should all try to do this. Our mind will become purified. Narottama Thakur was in his mind, he was in Golok Vrindavan, serving Radha and Krishna under the guidance of a Ragatmika devotee, Champaklata Devi, Champaklata Sakhi. And Champaklata Sakhi was teaching her, Champak Manjari, who is Narottama Thakur, how to boil milk, how to serve Radha and Krishna. And Narottama Thakur used to do this service every day with great love. And one day, Narottama Thakur was boiling the milk for Radha and Krishna. He was going to make nice sweet rice. And he took some dry pieces of wood, he created a fire, took a big pot of nice milk from the Surabhi cows and started boiling it. And the fire was a little bit too strong, and suddenly the milk started boiling over. And Narottama Thakur didn't want the milk to just get burnt or boil over. So without thinking twice, with his bare hands, he touched the pot and he picked it up and put it aside. And then he continued making the preparation and serving it and took it to Champaklata Sakhi, who in turn gave it to Radha and Krishna. And Radha and Krishna enjoyed. And in this way, Narottama Thakur served Radha and Krishna under the guidance of Champaklata Sakhi. But when his Manasi Seva was over and he came out of his meditation, he realized that because he had in a hurry with his bare hands picked up that pot of boiling milk and put it aside, his hands were burned, they were swollen, there were blisters. And Raghunath Das Goswami and Narottama Thakur was in ecstasy to see those blisters and those burns on his hands, because they were the result of pure seva, Manasi Seva, and actually manifested even on the bodily plane. Such is the potency of Manasi Seva. And Narottama Thakur felt very embarrassed that, oh Krishna, how am I going to explain this to all the devotees? They will think that I'm so advanced in my Manasi Seva. I'm entering the Nikunja Lila of Radha and Krishna, and oh Krishna, it will bring unnecessary attention to me, unnecessary glorification to me. So he took some pieces of cloth and he wrapped up his hands in that pieces of cloth to hide the burn marks. Just see the humility of Narottama Das Thakur, who is demonstrating raganuga bhakti to us. Look at his humility. He wants to hide the manifestation of his ecstatic service to Radha and Krishna. He wants to hide. But when he came before Jiva Goswami saw the burn marks, the blisters on his hands, and Jiva Goswami, who is another Mahabhagavat, he immediately understood that his Shiksha disciple, Narottama Das Thakur, how he sustained those burn marks. He immediately understood, because Jiva Goswami himself is a manjari also in the spiritual world. And he embraced Narottama Das Thakur and congratulated him. You have attained the perfection of life. And Jiva Goswami told everyone the secret of the burns on the hands of Narottama Das Thakur. Narottama Das Thakur himself did not. So this is the beauty. This is the beauty of bhakti. This is the beauty of Manas Seva. And this is what Srila Prabhupada has come to give. Srila Prabhupada gave us everything, from basic philosophy to some advanced philosophy to very, very advanced philosophy also. Srila Prabhupada has given us the basic philosophy, Ishopanishad, Bhagavad Gita, which is very, very necessary, foundational. Srila Prabhupada has given us more advanced scriptures, like Srimad Bhagavatam. He has given us so many Vaishnava bhajans. And Srila Prabhupada has given us very, very exalted topics also. He has given us Caitanya Caritamrta, especially the Antya Lila. He has given us Krishna book, in which he describes in detail the Rasa Panchadhyaya, the 5 chapters describing the Rasa Lila. Srila Prabhupada gave us translation and purport to the Shikshashtakam, where there are very advanced verses like verse number 6, 7 and 8 of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Shikshashtakam. Ashlisheva Padartam Pinashtuam, that verse is there. Then Shunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahena Me. Then Nayanam Galadashrudharaya, all those verses are there, 7, 8 and 9. They describe the higher levels of bhakti, very high levels of bhakti. Srila Prabhupada gave us Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Upadeshamrita. So very, very exalted topics. This Rai Ramanand Samvad in Caitanya Caritamrta. Very, very exalted topics are discussed. Highest topics are discussed in this. So Srila Prabhupada gave us from basic to medium to very, very advanced. Prabhupada came to give us raganuga bhakti. But he gave it in a systematic way so we can progress. So all of you are very sincere devotees. You're chanting nicely. You're hearing Caitanya Caritamrta Srimad Bhagavatam every day. You're joining the Japa conference, chanting your Japa every day. So I thought it was appropriate to discuss these things on this conference call. These were some of the things that I wanted to share on these very important verses from Caitanya Caritamrta. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Caitanya Caritamrta ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavad Pranams.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Loving class at noon. It was so beautiful. When you were speaking about serving in the mind, it was so beautiful. The examples that you gave, very, very wonderful. And also, I liked one thing that you said in the beginning. When you're doing your Vaidhi Bhakti very nicely, and when you're sincerely doing your sadhana, Guru avoids us with raganuga. So beautiful, and that is very, very crucial, critical. Thank you for the very wonderful session, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Priti Vilasini Mataji. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Priti Vilasini Mataji. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for a very, very enlightening class. I was just, interestingly enough, right as you were explaining everything about doing manasa puja, and I was thinking at that time, how, is that not Sahiyaji somehow? Sahiyajiism, or whatever you call it. And you right after I was thinking that, I thought you answered the question that it's, authorized. So thank you very much. I have a question, and it was kind of answered, I think, a little bit, but I'm not sure if it's a couple days ago. But so, as Raganuga Bhaktas, we are always following in the footsteps of a Raganuga Bhakta. Yes.
Yes, Mother. Yes,
part
Mother.
of the question.
Yes, Mother.
Okay. And the other. So, if we're always just following the Raganuga Bhaktas, have a personal relationship with Krishna. So, as Raganuga Bhaktas, do we also have a personal relationship with Krishna? And how does that look as being a Raganuga Bhakta?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. So, every sampradaya has their own method of serving the Supreme Lord. In our Sampradaya, specifically, which is the Gaudiya Sampradaya, coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our mood is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself as Gopi Bhartur Padakamalayora Dasa Dasa Anudas. So what this means is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajavadhu Vargenaya Kalpita. So our method is to serve Krishna in Vrindavan, following in the footsteps of the gopis of Vrindavan. This is what our acharyas have come to give us, the manjari bhav. Because if you see, all our acharyas, the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, Loknath Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, all these acharyas, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they are all manjaris in the spiritual world. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Nayana Manjari. His name is Nayana Manjari. So all our acharyas, they are manjaris. The entire parampara, Bhakti Vinod Thakur is Kamala Manjari. They are all manjaris. And manjaris are little younger than the gopis, and they assist the gopis. They assist Radha and Krishna in their Lila. And the manjaris also have a relationship with Radha and Krishna. They do. And these are very, very exalted. How exactly that relationship unfolds and manifests, these are very elevated topics. But certain things can be discussed. For example, the Govinda Lilamrit by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, our author of Caitanya Caritamrta. He wrote a book called Govinda Lilamrit, which describes the Ashtakaliya Lila of Radha and Krishna in Golok Vrindavan, which eternally goes on. The day is divided into 8 time periods, and Radha and Krishna do different pastimes in those 8 time periods. So the manjaris are engaged in facilitating the union, the interaction under the guidance of Vrinda Devi between Radha and Krishna. And during these interactions, the manjaris also have interactions with Radha and Krishna. Just like our Raghunath Das Goswami, that Radharani and Narottam Das Thakur. Radharani herself took Narottam Das Thakur to Champak Lata Sakhi. Then Radharani herself gave the Mahaprasad of her own Mahaprasad and the Mahaprasad of Krishna, sweet rice, through Lalita Sakhi to Raghunath Das Goswami, who is Rati Manjari. So like that, there are interactions, and then there are certain confidential pastimes where the gopis are also not allowed, because these are very intimate pastimes between Radha and Krishna, and gopis are of around the same age as Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani doesn't feel comfortable with the gopis around, but the manjaris, being younger, they are more innocent. So the manjaris are allowed, and the gopis will send them that you do this service, and the manjaris go and do that. So manjaris are actually, so some acharyas say, they are more intimate servants of Radha and Krishna than the gopis. And our acharyas, our sampradaya, every acharya is a manjari in our sampradaya. So it's very, very exalted. We always give that example, that just like a tulsi plant, there is a tulsi branches, there are tulsi leaves, and there are tulsi manjaris. When the wind of Krishna Lila blows, the branches and the stem move little bit, the leaves move a little bit more, but the manjaris, being at the very top, they move the maximum. So similarly, when the wind of Krishna Lila blows, Krishna enjoys a lot. The gopis, headed by Srimati Radharani, enjoy more than Krishna. That is how Krishna has designed the spiritual world. Krishna is transcendentally selfless. He enjoys, he's the enjoyer, but because the gopis have made his enjoyment their enjoyment, when he enjoys, the gopis experience even more enjoyment than Krishna. So they are like the leaves. They shake more than the branches of the tulsi plant. Because the manjaris have made the happiness of the gopis their happiness, and the gopis in turn have made happiness of Krishna their happiness, because the manjaris are dasanudas, servant of the servants. When they see that the Leelas of the gopis and the Krishna are being facilitated very nicely, when they see their union, when they see their enjoyment, the manjaris experience an enjoyment far greater than that of the gopis also. So therefore our acharyas, some acharyas say that the position of a manjari is the highest attainment for any sadhaka. Am I speaking in the right direction, Mataji? Is this?
Oh, you are perfect direction. Thank you so much. I was a little bit hesitant to ask the question again because I've already asked it, but you have given me a wonderful answer, and I understand now, and I love the example of the tulsi plant. So thank you so much. It was wonderful. It was perfect.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it's a very nice session, Prabhu. Prabhuji, you were talking about Manasa Seva. I have one question, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Anjana Gopika Mataji, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, yes. I never practiced the Manasa Seva, Prabhu, but I'm thinking how it's okay to think, because sometimes our mind is like very crazy. It's better to think in that way, but it's not supposed to be sahajya way. Even our vaidhi Bhakti, they are not performing very nicely, and then so many lost prayers. And then even the practice Manasa Seva, you were telling even if you practice Manasa Seva, it's not our identity is not know right now, but whichever pastime we are interested in, which pastime we can just add you were telling that. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Whichever pastime is dear to you, you can meditate on that, and you can do manas seva. I know you are practicing a vaidhi bhakti very nicely, Mataji. You are very sincere. But a sincere devotee always feels that I am not sincere. So yes, Mataji. So whatever Lila you feel attracted to, you should think about it. Smaran. We should remember Krishna. So how can we remember Krishna? By remembering Krishna's Leelas. So there is nothing wrong in that. You always remember Krishna Leela. Slowly you see how beautiful those Krishna Leelas are. Let it manifest in your mind. Whatever you have read in Srimad Bhagavatam, Caitanya Caritamrta, whatever you have heard from Guru Gan, let that unfold in your mind. That way you are absorbed. And slowly Guru Gauranga will inspire you. It's a process, Mataji. So, is that okay?
Yes. So that's why I was a little afraid because, but it is completely alternative with you. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes. All the discourse on the
Yes, Mataji. All our acharyas, all our acharyas, hmm, all our acharyas, they are manjaris. Manjaris are young assistants of the gopis in Golok Vrindavan. And all our acharyas, Rupa Manjari, Sanatan Goswami is Lavanga Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari. Raghunath Das Goswami has three names: Rati Manjari, Rasa Manjari, and Bhanumati Manjari. So, like that, all our acharyas, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Acharya, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, they are all serving Krishna in Madhurya Ras. All of them are Manjaris, Mataji. And it is this Manjari Bhav that they are giving us. And if someone naturally feels attracted to some other rasa, like Vatsalya Ras, someone may feel very inspired by Mother Yashoda and may want to serve Krishna in the Vatsalya Bhav. There was one Mataji, Srila Prabhupada's disciple. Her name, I think, was Ratna Ranjani Mataji. Her biography is entitled Simple for the Simple. I read it many years ago, Mataji. I don't have that book anymore. The book is called Simple for the Simple. Ratna Ranjani Mataji, Prabhupada disciple, she had brain tumor and she passed away. And that book chronicles her life. Very simple disciple of Srila Prabhupada, followed the Vaidhi Marg that Srila Prabhupada gave, very sincere, fixed up. But when she had cancer, brain cancer, she was leaving her body. And that book documents how she left her body and how she was absorbed. She was surrounded by Krishna Naam, Krishna Katha, Krishna Bhaktas, and how towards the end she had full revelation of what her Siddha Swarup is in the spiritual world, what her eternal service is to Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. Everything was revealed to her by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And her husband was telling her, you think of Srimati Radharani, think of Srimati Radharani. And she was saying, I cannot. And then he was asking, why? And she said, because I am a servant of Yashoda Mai. I have to help Yashoda Mai cook for Krishna, pack his lunch. He is about to leave with the cows. So there is Ashtakalya Lila. In different sections of the day, Krishna does different Leelas. Sometimes he's doing Gocharan Lila, sometimes he's doing Rasa Lila. So Krishna has different Leelas. Every day he does in Golok Vrindavan, eternally. Very beautiful. And then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes Govinda Lilamrit. We should read Govinda Lilamrit first. Gauranga Lilamrit. We should read the Ashtakalya Lila of Gauranga Mahaprabhu first. Personally, I don't meditate on Krishna, Radha and Krishna Ashtakalya Lila. I have never done that till today. But I meditate on Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Ashtakalya Lila. And that is the recommendation of our acharyas, that we should first read Gauranga Lilamrit. Dashrath Sut Prabhu from Alachua, Srila Prabhupada's disciple, he has translated very beautiful. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written very beautiful verses, 9 verses describing the activities of Gauranga Mahaprabhu eternally in Navadvip Dham, in Golok Vrindavan, what he does during the 8 different periods of the day. So those Leelas you can meditate on. There's no problem. So, what was I saying, Mataji? I'm sorry. So that Mataji, Ratna Ranjani Mataji. So she told her husband that, no, my service is to cook under the guidance of Yashoda Mai for Krishna. I have to pack that box. So then the husband understood that, she is in the Vatsalya Bhav. So some devotees in ISKCON may be in Vatsalya Bhav, some may be in Sakhya Bhav. However, all our acharyas, they are manjaris and they have come to give us pure devotional service, and most of them will be in most of them will aspire for Manjari Bhav. These are confidential topics, Mataji. I personally don't like to discuss them in a public forum. But one may question, then how can someone get Vatsalya Bhav when the spiritual master and the whole parampara is, they are great Manjaris? Because as we read in this very chapter or previous chapter of Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhurya Ras includes all the other 4 rasas. So Madhurya Ras includes Vatsalya Ras, includes Sakhya Ras, includes Dasya, includes Shanta. As they progressively go from Shanta Ras, Dasya Ras, Sakhya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Madhurya Ras, there is addition of different rasas, but the previous rasas are already there. So Madhurya Ras includes Vatsalya Ras. Therefore, acharya, a sampradaya, which is predominantly Manjari sampradaya, some devotees may have inclination for Vatsalya, and that will be nourished. That will be nourished. But it cannot be vice versa. It cannot be that the acharya is in Dasya Bhav and is able to give Madhurya Prem. That cannot happen. For example, Shyamananda Pandit in Gaur Lila. His name was Dukhi Krishna Das. He was a disciple of Hriday Chaitanya. Now, Hriday Chaitanya is an intimate associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Hriday Chaitanya is a Gopa in the spiritual world. So for further development of Dukhi Krishna Das, he sent Dukhi Krishna Das to Vrindavan to associate with Jiva Goswami, who is a Manjari. And then because Shyamananda Prabhu is a Manjari himself, Dukhi Krishna Das is Manjari, he went and Jiva Goswami gave him the name, from Dukhi Krishna Das gave him the name Shyamananda Pandit. Radharani herself gave. So that higher development happened under the guidance of a Vrajarasik devotee, Jiva Goswami, who is a Manjari. So because only a Manjari, only someone in Madhurya Prem can give Madhurya Prem. So we are very fortunate, Mataji, that our sampradaya, our acharyas, they are giving us everything up to Madhurya Prem, up to Manjari Bhav, which is the highest. So these are very high topics, Mataji. These are like, looking at the destination which is on the mountain top, and we are at the bottom, at the foothills. So we have a long way to go. But sometimes if we look, we feel inspired that yes, there is that palace on top of the mountain where I have to go. So we see that at least the destination is within eyesight. It's far, far away. Maybe multiple lifetimes it will take. But at least I have some aim. I have some goal. I can see the goal. So therefore, these topics can be sometimes discussed on certain forums with certain devotees. So yes, Madhuri, this is what I wanted to share with you. Is that helpful? Hare Krishna.
You are today exactly explained like Dr. Vishal Prabhu when we are working in a Bhakti hospital. Every Monday he's taking class and he takes us in Shidam Vrindavan. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. How nicely you explained. Prabhuji, one more request. Can you please sing Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuya? Please, Prabhuji, 2 stanzas.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Krishnot-kirtana gana-nartana paro premamritambho nidhi dhira dhira jana priya priya karo nirmatsara pujito Shri Chaitanya kripa bharo bhuvi bhuvo bharavahantarako Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Nana Shastra Vicharinaika Nipuno Sadharma Samsthapako Lokanam Hitakarano Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro I'm forgetting the third line, Mataji, of the second stanza. Yeah, so like that. Hare Krishna. Dasosmi. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanvat Pranam. Prabhuji, do you have time for some more questions?
Hare Krishna. Is this Sita Priti Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, when we say Manas Puja, I just had one query. It's like when we, suppose when we go somewhere out and we cannot carry the deities with us. So, with respect to that, how can we do the Manas Puja at that time?
Hare Krishna, Sita Priti Mataji. Very nice question. Actually, in my life, Manas Puja began with this situation. So I had gone to California. I think it was 6-7 years ago, and at that time I had 2 Shaligram Shilas and Gaurnita and Jagannath Baldev Subhadra and Gopalji. So I carried Gopalji and Shaligram Shilas with me, but I could not carry Gaurnita and Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So I was asking my Shiksha Guru what to do. So he told me 2 options. He said, either you give your deities to some devotee friend who can serve the devotees while you're away, or when you're in California, although your deities are in Atlanta, Georgia, you just sit down every day after you complete your japa and you mentally serve your deities. So whatever you do for them every day, when you are physically present in front of them, whatever you do that mentally. So I did it for the 4 or 5 days that I was in California. So that's how it began. It was very purifying, Mataji. It was very purifying. It was very nice. So then I started reading more about this and practicing. So, so like that, Mataji. So yes, you can do Manas Puja of your deities if you are traveling. Especially, Gaurnita, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, because they are big and it is sometimes not possible to carry. So if you cannot carry them, either you can give them to some qualified devotee who is interested in serving them, or you can serve them mentally, Manas Puja. And even if you give them to a devotee to serve, you can still do Manas Puja. You can still do Manas Puja. So like that, Mataji. Is that okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Prabhuji, one more query is, regarding, when we say that Vaishnava Aparadh, when somebody commits a Vaishnava Aparadh, they have to personally go and ask for forgiveness from that devotee. But if, according to, if they listen to the lecture of Manas Puja, so will they not have a query? Why not just have, Manas, if you just ask for forgiveness from that devotee? Will that help? If they have such a query, then how do we deal with that?
Hare Krishna. So when a Vaishnava Aparadh is committed, Mataji, if there is really a Vaishnava Aparadh involved, you can mentally ask for forgiveness to that devotee, to Guru and Gauranga. That is the first stage. For example, if I offend you, now you are in Texas, I am in Georgia, and I realize that I have offended Mataji. So first step is to mentally beg forgiveness. Sita Priti Mataji, I really have sorrow in my heart that I offended you. I regret that I offended you. And then telling that to Guru and Gauranga also, that I'm very sorry, I have offended this Vaishnavi. And if I have access to you, if I can communicate with you through phone or personally meeting you, depending on the situation, it is better to do it in person. Now, if it is not possible to communicate with you personally, or sometimes we don't know which devotee we might have put into trouble or offended, we may not know their name, or now, we just accidentally meet them in yatra or some sadhu sangha or something, and now we are separated. Now we don't know whether we'll meet that devotee or no, we don't have the contact number. Then yes, mentally we can beg forgiveness. Mentally we can pray for the welfare of that devotee. But as far as possible, if the devotee is still living and we have access to that devotee, then ideally we should beg forgiveness in person, Mataji. We should beg forgiveness in person. Because we have committed the Vaishnava Aparadh in person. So we should beg forgiveness also in person. And we have to also analyze our heart. Are we trying to beg forgiveness mentally because our false ego, our pride is not allowing us to go and say sorry to that devotee? That also we have to analyze our heart. So is that helpful, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, perfect. The last one which you said, that is what normally happens, that we have that ego, like, or we have that fear that what will they think, and then it does not happen. So thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for, as always, a wonderful class. My question is just, it's actually asking for repetition, because I just wanted to make sure I understood you properly. When you were describing the fact that the manjaris, they actually experience greater happiness than even the gopis, the sakis. And what I'm asking is the reason because their association with Radha Krishna is more intimate, due to their innocence, their association is more intimate. Is that the reason? I didn't actually, I think my mind might have wandered when you were explaining what the reason is.
The reason Gaurangi Mataji, na?
Yes.
Yeah, Gaurangi Mataji.
Yes.
The reason is because the manjaris have made their happiness as the happiness of the gopis, and the gopis have made their happiness as the happiness of Krishna. So whatever makes Krishna happy, that makes the gopis happy, and whatever makes the gopis happy, that makes manjaris happy. So manjaris are servant of the servant, because they have that attitude of dasanudas. They get Krishna's happiness plus they get the gopis' happiness. They get the happiness experienced by Krishna plus the happiness experienced by gopis is equal to the happiness experienced by the manjaris. So manjaris' happiness is greater because they are servant of the servant. That is spiritual mathematics. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I guess you're saying it's more because they have the happiness of two parties, so it's not just one, right? The gopis and Radha Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I did hear that, but I didn't put it together properly. All right. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
All right.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you very much for the really, very wonderful discussion. And it's very
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Kamadaki Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and no Brahma, Shri Prabhupada, and very, very beautiful class. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Is it Shama Gauri Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Very nice class, Prabhu. The way you explain about Manas Puja is really, really heart-touching. Thank you so much for the great explanation. Prabhu, you said you would provide some tips on how to
Hare Krishna. Yes. Mataji, can you introduce yourself, Mataji?
Yeah, my name is Aruna Prabhu. Mataji introduced me to this group.
Hare Krishna, Aruna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. So I can share one, this will take long time, Mataji, but I can share one meditation today, if that is okay. So I will share two actually, very quickly. So as we discussed, Mataji, in today's discussion, that the quantity and quality of our bhajan, both are very important. So chanting is our main bhajan, main spiritual activity is chanting, our japa. Very, very important. Everywhere it is emphasized by the Goswamis, by Srila Prabhupada, by our Gurugan. So we should try to increase the quantity as well as quality of our japa. See, 16 rounds is the bare minimum. Actually, Srila Prabhupada, if you read Prabhupada Lila, he initially, when he gave his first initiations in US, his instructions were chant 64 rounds. Because 64 is the 64 was the standard. That is what Caitanya Mahaprabhu says in Chaitanya Bhagavat. I can share the verses with you, Mataji. It is directly mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavat by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Chaitanya Bhagavat is the biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu written by a disciple of Nityananda Prabhu, whose name is Vrindavan Das Thakur. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, in the Antya Khanda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is invited by some Brahman Vaishnavas for prasad. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I will only eat from the house of a Laksheshwar. And all the devotees, they become very morose and sad because they were very poor, simple people, simple devotees. They were not Lakpati. He said, I will only eat from the house of a Lakpati. So they became very sad that, oh Krishna, now Krishna Chaitanya will not eat from our house because we are not Lakpati. We are ordinary people, poor people. So Mahaprabhu smiled and he explained what he meant. He said, Lakpati, Laksheshwar means one who chants 64 rounds of Hare Krishna, 64 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. So in one mantra there are 16 rounds, 16 names. In one mantra, 16 names. In one round, 108 names, 108 mantras. So 108 multiplied by 16, around 1700 something it comes. And then if you do 58 such rounds, it becomes 1 lakh. So if you chant 58 rounds, it is 1 lakh Harinam, because there are 16 names in one mantra. And sometimes, we are inattentive. Sometimes the pronunciation may not be proper. So we add 6 more rounds to that and we say 64. Actually 58 is 1 lakh, but 64. So 64 was the standard said by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, all my devotees should chant 64 rounds every day. These are the words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Bhagavat. I can share this verse on Bhakti Sanga if you want. Then, okay, I will. Then all the Goswamis, they would chant minimum 1 to 2 lakh names every day. Means either 64 rounds or 128 rounds. Then all our acharyas, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, our Srila Prabhupada, they all chanted 64 rounds. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Gaudiya Math, he would say that minimum is 64 rounds. And Prabhupada also used to chant 64 rounds. Only towards the end, Tamal Krishna Goswami mentions, only towards the end when his health was not good and he was translating vigorously for many hours every day. Slowly, his number of rounds of his health, it went down. Just like Haridas Thakur also, towards the end, he could not chant 192 rounds. He used to chant 3 lakh names, Haridas Thakur. So towards the end, Prabhupada was chanting minimum 16 rounds. But all his life, he chanted 64 rounds. And Prabhupada also, his first instruction was, when he gave initiations, chant 64 rounds every day. But devotees said, we cannot chant, it will take at least 5 hours to chant 64 rounds. So Prabhupada said, okay, 32. They said, oh, 32 also is too much, we can't do that much. And Prabhupada said, okay, 16, but no less. So there was a compromise that Prabhupada made because the disciples refused to chant 64 rounds. For example, if I like to give this example, if suppose you invite your Guru Maharaj home for prasad, and the Guru Maharaj accepts your invitation, and you ask him, Maharaj, what would you like to eat? and your Guru Maharaj tells you, Mataji, I will have just simple dal, sabji, roti, chawal. 4 items. Roti, rice, dal, lentil basically, and vegetables, sabji. 4 items. Roti, dal, sabji, chawal I will have. And let's change the example. Suppose I invite my Guru Maharaj. Why should I put you on the spot? Suppose I invite my spiritual master home for prasad, and spiritual master says, yes, I will come. Thank you for inviting. I asked Maharaj, what can I cook for you? Roti, dal, sabji, chawal. And I said, no, Maharaj, that is too much. I didn't want you to say that. That's why I changed the example. And so I say, no, that is too much. Roti, dal, sabji, chawal, 4 items. No, it will take too many hours to cook that. So Guru Maharaj will say, okay, Baba, just make rice and dal for me. I will still come. And I said, no, that is also too much. Then finally Maharaj will say, Baba, just make a rice. I will have plain rice. Okay, I'll have plain rice. And just make it with love, put some ghee on it, I will have plain rice. And then I say, okay, I can make rice, yes. And I invite him and I feed him rice. Maharaj is so merciful, he will still eat just rice. But a real disciple will not just give 1/4 of what the spiritual master asks. Spiritual master asks 64 rounds. Yes, but he will come even if we give 16. He will initiate even if we chant 16 rounds. Even if we make rice, he will come and accept it. But a sincere devotee will make more. He will make dal, or she will make dal. He or she will make sabji also. Will make nice hot rotis also, which fluff up nicely. Hot rotis will serve. Hot sabji, hot dal, nice rice glistening with ghee. That is a real disciple. So if we want to do something with love, we have to do more and better. For example, if your child is very thirsty, and says, Mama, give me 1 cup of water, I'm very thirsty. Will you give just 1 cup? No, you'll give 1 cup, you'll say, take more if you're thirsty. Take 2nd cup, take 3rd cup. As long as you're hungry or thirsty, take more. Because you love, you'll give more. The spiritual masters ask for just 16 rounds. Minimum 16 rounds you do, I will initiate you. So does that mean we give him just the bare minimum? 16 every day, 16 every day. So 16 is minimum. We cannot make it the routine. Minimum is only in emergencies. You give minimum. So like that. So we should give more. We should chant more. And we should chant with better concentration. So the first is that we should increase our Sankhya of Japa. How that can be done? I'm happy to discuss that either individually or on another call, another class. We can discuss that. That's another topic in itself, how to increase the Sankhya of your Japa. But chanting 64 rounds is not difficult. It's not difficult. It takes around 5 hours, and we can make the time. One can chant easily more than 64 also, even with family, with job. It is possible. And second thing, I'll give you a very nice meditation because Gaur Purnima is coming. We just celebrated Advaita Saptami and Nityanand Trayadashi. So one very sweet meditation I will give, if that's okay, and then we'll end the call. So we have our Japamala, and we have the Pradhan Mani at the top, which we don't chant on, and it has the threads on it. And then there are the 108 beads on our Japamala. And on each bead we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we can think that this Pradhan Mani of the Japamala, on which we don't chant, is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And this saffron thread, the saffron thread is his saffron cloth because he has taken sannyas to save us, to save the whole world. So this is saffron cloth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there are 108 devotees who have come to Nilachal, to Jagannath Puri, to be with him during the Rath Yatra. There is Nityananda Prabhu, there is Gadadhar Pandit, there is Srivas Thakur, there is Advaita Gosai, there is Haridas Thakur, there is Maharaj Pratap Rudra, there is Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, there is Swarup Damodar, there is Rai Ramananda, there is Kashishwar Pandit, there is Bhugarva Goswami, Loknath Goswami, Roop Sanatan are visiting. Then from Shrikhanda, Mukunda has come, Raghunandan has come, Sarang Thakur has come, Then other devotees have come, like Murari Gupta has come, Shivananda Sen has come, like all these devotees, Kolavecha Sridhar has come, Vasudev Datta has come. All these wonderful devotees, 108 devotees have come. And we can think, Narottam Das Thakur is there, Raghunath Das Goswami is there, Govinda is there, Damodar Pandit is there, and we can think that Abhiram Thakur is there, Raghav Pandit is there, all these great devotees are there, Narsimananda Brahmachari is there, and we can think that even our Guru Maharaj is there, Prabhupada is there, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is there. Because see how in Kheturi festival, when Narottam Das Thakur celebrated the first Gaur Purnima, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, although they had disappeared, they manifested, they came and they danced with the devotees. Everybody could see them. So Krishna and his associates, his parshads, are not limited by time and space. So we can meditate that they have come, our Guru Maharaj is there, our Param Guru Srila Prabhupada is there, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is there. They are all dancing around Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what are they dancing? They are dancing to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So you are touching the lotus feet. When you touch each mani, each tulsi bead of your mala, you are touching the lotus feet of all these great devotees that we described. All the 6 Goswamis, all our acharyas, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has come, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj is there, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, everybody is there. We are touching their lotus feet. Rup Sanatan, Das Raghunath, we are touching their lotus feet as we are chanting. For each of them, we are facilitating their dancing, their Sankirtan with Mahaprabhu by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. They are all dancing around Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we are getting the fortune of touching their lotus feet and chanting for them. And they are dancing to the chanting. In this way, we can chant all our rounds. Such a beautiful meditation. Such a beautiful meditation. And then all this Lila happens under the cover of Yogamaya. Is it not? All these Leelas happen under the cover of internal potency of Krishna, Yogamaya. And Yogamaya is Purnamasi. She is our bead bag. So we can meditate like this, that this bead bag is the cover of Yogamaya. Bhagwan Apita Ratri Sharadotpula Mallika Viksharantum Manhat Chakre Yogamaya Pashrita. First verse of the chapter of Ras Lila. So under the cover of this bead bag, which is Yogamaya, this beautiful Lila is taking place where Mahaprabhu is dancing in Jagannath Puri in front of Jagannath Bandya Subhadra's Rath. This thread on the Pradhan Mani is a saffron cloth. Nityananda Prabhu is there, Advaita Acharya is there, Haridas Thakur is there. They are all chanting and dancing. And I am touching their lotus feet and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I am also participating in this Nam Sankirtan with them. All of them, 108 and more, multiple devotees. And we can chant like that, Mataji. It is so nourishing. Personally, I am doing this. So I wanted to share this with all of you. So like this, our chanting becomes not mechanical, but it becomes very deep, very nourishing. And then we cannot chant at 16. Then when we finish 16 rounds, from the Sakshi Mala, we pull down one bead, 16. Then we chant another 16. Then we pull out the second mani, because there are 16 here and 4 here. Second pull down means 32. Then we chant another 16. We pull down one more, that's 48. And we chant another 16. And that's one more down, that's 64. And then if we have time, we can chant more. So it is possible to chant 64 rounds. I personally started on Sharad Purnima, the first day of Kartik last year. And I couldn't stop after that. So I'm sharing this just to inspire all of you. It is very, very easy by the mercy of Hari Guru Vaishnavas to chant 64 rounds. And we should at least try to increase 20 rounds, 25 rounds. First I started with 18, then 20, then 25, then 32. Then I got inspired by Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. He used to chant 40. So I came to 40. And then from there, 64. So, and then when you promise devotees, I will chant, then it becomes 65, 66, 67. So like that. So Krishna keeps empowering, but we should have strong desire, laulyam. We should have strong desire, and Guru Gauranga, mercy of all the Vaishnavas like you, they inspire us, they empower us, and our spiritual life takes off. So this was one meditation I wanted to share, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for sharing and inspiring us. Prabhuji, I have a small question. When you said you start chanting 4 o'clock, that time I was taking class. When you do your Sanga prayers and after that you start, or after you finish your round you do your prayers too?
Hare Krishna. So Mataji, I start chanting around 3:30, 3:45, and for me it takes around 1 hour 10 minutes to do 16 rounds. So in less than 5 hours I can finish 64. I chant little fast. I do Upamshu Japa, means I don't use my vocal cords. I chant with my lips and tongue. The mantra remains in my mouth. I can hear it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. So during inspiration and expiration, I keep chanting. And so I chant straight till around 6:15, because Brahma Muhurta is usually from 5:45 to 6:40, like that. Brahma Muhurta. I have an app called GCal. G like Gopal, CAL like calculator. GCal. This GCal free app. You can activate the location services. So it will, based on your location, it will give you the Vaishnav calendar. So this GCal gives us the 3 timings every day for doing Gayatri Mantra also. The 3 Sandhyas timings it gives. I'm not Brahmin initiated, but those who are, they can use it. And it also gives Brahma Muhurta time every day. So Srimad Guru Ashtakam Uccha Brahme Muhurte Padhati Prayatnat Yastena Vrindavananath Sakshat Sevaiva Labhya Janasvantaya. Chakravarti Pad mentions in this Guru Ashtakam, Samsaradava, 9th verse, that Srimad Guru Ashtakam Uccha, one who chants Guru Ashtakam, Brahme Muhurte Padhati Prayatna, every day during Brahma Muhurta. So we can chant it at 4:30 also, no problem. But on this GCal app, I get to know what the Brahma Muhurta is. So personally, for me, I chanted between 5:45 and 6:30. I interrupt my japa, I stand before Krishna and I just chant. I chant my Guru Maharaj's Pranam mantra and I said Samsarada Avana Lila Loka Tranaya Karunya Gana Ganatvam Praptasya Kalyana Gunarnavasya Vande Guru Shri Charana Arvindam. In 2 minutes, I chant the Guru Ashtakam and then I continue my chanting until 6:45. Then 6:45, I have to leave the house every day. And then remaining japa, I do in the lunch break or when I come back in the evening. So around 48 rounds, I'm able to finish in the morning before I leave the house.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. I was thinking, because you don't do the stara because you recite the
Just chant Mataji. Ideally, we should offer the full arti with the dhoop, deep, bell, everything, incense. But I just chant it, Mataji. I just chant it. Well, I want to chant more rounds. DT worship I do either in the morning before going sometimes, or I do it in the evening, the puja. But morning I try to finish as much, because see, Mataji, puja I can do when my kids have woken up. When my kids are playing, I can do puja, no problem. They can also see. But japa is something that I have to do when I'm alone. Once the kids wake up, I cannot do japa. So therefore, I try to finish my japa by 6:45. And when I'm not working and there is no phone call at night, I get undisturbed sleep. In my off week, I wake up even a little earlier so I can finish it before the kids wake up, all the 64 rounds, 4.5 hours straight, and then I'm free the whole day. Then I can do puja with them, I can chant ashtakams with them, I can play with them, I can do the grocery shopping when my wife orders. Nobody's disturbed. They don't see a japamala in my hand. I try at least. So like that, Mataji. The key is to wake up early and chant efficiently. It is okay to chant 16 rounds in 2 hours. So many devotees do it. Perfectly fine. I personally prefer to chant little fast so that I can chant more rounds. The timing is not important. The quantity is not important. Chanting nicely, attentively is important. But if you can chant attentively and fast and more sankhya, why not? Like they say that slow and steady wins the race. But fast and steady isn't it better? if you can be fast and steady, so like that. So that is just one way of thinking about it. So that's why I chant fast, Mataji. And many devotees chant. Ayendra Prabhu used to chant 16 to 18 rounds in 1 hour. He would chant 116 rounds every day. Plus he would do Sankirtan. Plus he would worship his 3000 Shaligram Shilas for 4 hours every day. And he would dress Radha Shyam Sundar every Saturday and Sunday. And he would give classes. And he would read. So that is Mahabhagavat, Ayendra Prabhu. So if not 2 lakh, at least we should try for 1 lakh. Ayendra Prabhu used to do 116 rounds because I said 58 is 1 lakh. So 58 times 2, 116. So he used to do like that. And Rup Sanatan Goswamis, they used to do 128 rounds. Haridas Thakur, 192 rounds. So like that. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur chanted 192 rounds for 9 years in Navadvip before he started preaching. They are the high standards of our parampara, of our sampradaya. Prabhupada, what a Brajarasik Vaishnava he was, completely absorbed in Radha temple. Mahabhagavat, self-realized, before he started preaching. Such austerity, such intense bhajan he did before preaching. That's why he has the Shakti, that even though he has disappeared 50, how many years ago now, so many decades have passed, but his family, his movement, his institution is expanding and growing like anything. Mataji, whatever we are doing, the Shakti is coming from Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada is able to give us the Shakti because he is a Mahabhagavat who came from a spiritual world. He is not a conditioned soul. Came from a spiritual world. He is giving us Vraja Bhakti, giving us this pure devotional service, and he is empowering all of us. If we just show some sincerity, Krishna will empower us. Krishna will empower us, certainly. Guru and Gauranga will empower us. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for sharing such a nice tips and all glories in the class today. Such an inspiration, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thanks a million. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji.
I know the time is running, but again, I'll put up the same point that I have always put up in our previous classes. First of all, thank you so much. It was really inspiring and intriguing class. But again, can you share something, maybe not today, maybe one-to-one like Karido or in some other class, like how to transfer, or last time also you shared that it's around 1 hour and 15 minutes to complete all 15 rounds. And I shared that it takes me more than 2 hours. So 5 hours, only 32 rounds. And by the time, I feel so exhausted. So how to transfer, really? Because when I transfer, I concentrate on the hearing part. This is again, our acharyas say is important. So how to do that? And secondly, like you said, that answer should be more. So even that time, remember, like there was one devotee was telling me about that I want to dance to go down and so but then chant this thing. And then he said, no, I want to dance to go. And then Prabhupada without me, he said that there's a disciple he was telling that this person cannot follow the orders of the spiritual master. What will he achieve after chanting 50 go down? So isn't it a contradicting or maybe mind and family and mind is not helping in that situation? And of course, like how to that really craft big craft here.
Hare Krishna. Kirtida Sundari Mataji, no?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Sundari Mataji. So several things, Mataji brought up several points. So first is, yes, there are instances like this, like you mentioned, like even Param Pujya Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he was chanting 32 rounds in the early days. And Srila Prabhupada told him that, you have to manage this full Mayapur project, you have to manifest the Adbhut temple, you have to preach, you have to do so many services. Even if you chant 16 rounds, that is enough. If you chant 32 rounds, then who will preach? So yes, Srila Prabhupada said like this, but then if you read Prabhupada Lilamrit also, Prabhupada's direct instructions were 64 rounds. And because disciples said no, he brought it down to 16. Then, there is one conversation with Loknath Maharaj, Srila Loknath Maharaj, where Maharaj was asking him asking Prabhupada, can we chant more rounds, 64 rounds? Prabhupada said, yes. Why 64? In Vrindavan, there are devotees who chant 2 lakh. Why you want to chant only 1 lakh? No, you should chant more. So that conversation is there. I think it happened in Bombay. But the biggest evidence is Prabhupada Lilamrita. It is the authorized biography of Prabhupada. There Prabhupada directly instructs. But the truth is, the minimum standard is 16. The minimum standard will always remain 16 because Srila Prabhupada has said that. Prabhupada said, chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles. And that is the ISKCON standard. That is the standard for all time to come. There is no doubt about it. What I'm trying to say is, a sincere devotee may want to increase the Sankhya and also the quality of Japa. Now, there are so many devotees I know, Mataji, who chant 16 rounds in 2 hours, just like you. Very, very advanced devotees. And that is wonderful. That is wonderful. So, for example, all the 3 methods are bona fide. Chanting Vachik, where you chant loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is bona fide. Chanting Upamshu within the mouth without using vocal cords, using just your lips and tongue, is also bona fide. Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And chanting Manasik without moving your lips and tongue, just with your mind, that is also very powerful. Although that is for very advanced stage, I personally don't do it. I cannot do it. I've tried. So I've never chanted even 1 round of Manasik Japa. I cannot. The mind has to be purified for that. But Upamshu we can do, chanting within the mouth, because it increases the efficiency. Your throat doesn't hurt. Because after chanting Vachik, even after 16 rounds, the throat becomes, you start coughing, throat becomes sore. So Haridas Thakur, being our Namacharya, he has taught us. He used to chant 192 rounds. 64 rounds, Haridas Thakur used to chant Vachik loudly, like you chant. 64 rounds, Haridas Thakur would chant Upamshu. And 64 rounds, he would chant Manasik. So that's how in 15 hours, roughly, Haridas Thakur would finish his 192 rounds. And then remaining time he had for preaching, for going on Nagar Sankirtan with Nityananda Prabhu, for dancing in Rath Yatra. That's how he used to do. So it's not like Haridas Thakur used to chant for 24 hours. His Japa. Of course, he would chant 24 hours, but Japa plus Kirtan plus preaching, everything. So that is one thing, Mataji, that 16 is the standard. I will say it 3 times. I don't want any controversy. Chanting minimum 16 rounds is the standard, is the standard, is the standard. This is what Srila Prabhupada taught us. However, one may want to increase the quantity. And 64 is what Srila Prabhupada wanted. 64 is what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur preached. 64 is what all our acharyas did minimum. And 64 is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself directly says in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Now, regarding Srila Prabhupada telling that devotee that, chant 16, these are personal instructions and they depend on time, place and circumstance and to which devotee Prabhupada is telling. So that because Prabhupada knows that devotee, we don't know who that devotee was, what his level of advancement was. There's another example. One devotee said, Prabhupada, I want to chant 192 rounds in Mayapur. And he gave up his services and he went to Mayapur against the instruction of Srila Prabhupada and he started chanting 192 rounds. And Prabhupada told that he will fall down because he's simply imitating Haridas Thakur. And sure enough, Prabhupada was driving an ambassador from Navadvip to Calcutta. And they waited at a gas station in Calcutta. And this disciple was filling petrol there. He had given up his bhajan. He had come to Calcutta. He was enjoying, breaking regulative principles. And to earn money, he was working at a gas station. Prabhupada saw with his own eyes. This story is there. So, yes, we have to do it, with the permission and inspiration of our Gurugan. And all our Gurugan, they will encourage us to chant 64 as long as we are doing our responsibilities properly. We have to do our responsibilities properly. Taking care of our children, taking care of our spouse, taking care of our job. All these responsibilities we have to do nicely. We cannot compromise on them. Yet, if we have the inspiration, we can cut down on other frivolous things that we waste time on, like checking Facebook, looking at the news. We can, if we are sleeping for 7 hours, 8 hours, we can cut it down to 6 hours, and we can find time to do our japa. It is possible, Mataji. Even with a full-time job with children, it is possible. And how to chant fast? In my personal example, Mataji, when I developed this desire to chant 64, I prayed to Guru Maharaj and Haridas Thakur. I remember specifically prayed to Haridas Thakur that please empower me. I cannot do it. I prayed to Srila Prabhupada, prayed to Guru Maharaj, please empower me. And somehow, it happened. It happened. I mean, it's been 4 months now. So I thought I'll share with all of you, just to inspire all of you, because I don't have any other motive, honestly. I'll feel very happy if the quality and quantity is increased. Srila Prabhupada will be happy. We have to take complete shelter of holy name, Mataji. We have nothing other than the holy name. We have to take complete shelter of the holy name. Kuch nahi apne paas. We have nothing else other than the holy name. So taking shelter means chanting more with good quality and more quantity. That is the meaning of taking shelter of the holy name. If we are taking shelter of the holy name, but we are not increasing our sankhya, we are not increasing our quality of our bhajan, then what shelter are we taking? Taking shelter means to improve the quality and quantity of our japa. That is the meaning of taking shelter. I don't have any other activity. No other activity matters. This, I have to wake up at 3:15 so that 3:30 I can start chanting. I have to. This is priority. And then in my personal life, I can tell Mataji, it is very, very helpful. I cannot express it. It is the life and soul of Bhakti. Yajnanam Japa Yajyosmi, this Japa that Srila Prabhupada has given us. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for sharing, that your ecstatic voice can show that how ecstatic you feel when you chant more. But thank you so much, Prabhu. I really appreciate that sharing it just to, infuse us and inspire us. And just beg at your lotus feet to please pray for me so that, I can also chant a little faster. Of course, with full sincerity and with full purity. Thank you once again, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I'll pray.
Hare Krishna. We have joy. Even if you know that Balaji telling the past standing and saying, Bharat said 4:30 minutes to 5:30 is to walk for 1 round. We understand to be fast and then it is very helpful when we can be fast because the slow begins some many things other thinking is commanded also. My ridiculous experience long time back for me. When I used to chant morning my rounds and chanting between the 7:30, I used to chant 32 rounds and fast really used to take 1.5 hours to finish 3 hours. It's very, very helpful. So when we increase our chanting quality and it is the whole day fully purifying me. But now I'm not great. Maybe I'll get much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, which Maharaj you said chants 16 1 hour? I didn't get that name.
Guru Maharaj, that is from Maharaj. When they said Citizen Maharaj, he said 4:30. He chants very fast. He chants very fast. Really, 4 to 5 minutes, he really understands to finish out 1 round.
Haribo.
I heard his lecture when he was chanting deeps. He was telling that I personally heard from him. He said, don't take more time chanting. That's why I always try to chant fast.
Jai ho, Jai ho. I'm so happy, Mataji, to hear this. Feeling very encouraged. I'm feeling as if Srila Jayapataka Maharaj placed his lotus hand on my head. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, can you please, it is just a request, can you please take a special class on chanting service? If possible.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, I don't have the qualification, but you can discuss with Priti Vilasini Mataji. Just talk to Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Sure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And you were telling you're not able to express how you feel, but we are able to witness how you feel. Very, very transforming. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. And anyone else has any questions or comments for Prabhuji? I know we are like 2.5 hours into the session, and I know Prabhuji has his daughter at home, and it's not going to be easy to continue. So anyway, Hare Krishna, Maitri.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. So we'll end the call if everyone is okay, and we'll have another session with Prabhuji very soon. Thank you all so much for joining. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Kripasindhubhya eva cha
patikaram pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Caitanya Caritamrta ki jai. His grace Adi Gadadhar Prabhu ki jai.
Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki jai. Jai Shri Krishna. Dandavad. Hare Krishna.